This program is intended for mature audiences only and contains strong or potentially offensive language of an adult and sexual nature. So, listener discretion advised.
The views and opinions expressed on the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City do not reflect those of Vegas All Net Radio or its affiliates.
All music, stories, and characters are the sole property of their creators and are protected under international copyright laws.
Sierra, Alexia, Mama, and Sweet Cheeks are personalities put on for your entertainment. The stories are real. The language is explicit. The behavior is unbelievable. If you can't take the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen. Watch out for... Blasting to you straight out of Las Vegas, Nevada, it is the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City, starring Sierra, Sweet Cheeks, Alexia, and Mama.
Good evening, Las Vegas.
That's where we're at today. You see Toxy's a little delayed reaction in her speech today. Wow, it was like an interesting day yesterday at night.
It was.
Toxy lived truly up to her Sin City Bounty name.
She did. What's going on with your mic?
Oh, my mic?
Yeah. Is your mic turned on or is it off?
Oh, do, re, mi, fa,
See?
sol,
Assholes touching the fucking microphones.
So now I need to say it again. All you mmotherfuckers in rehab in honor of Toxy. Rehab? I'm sorry, Toxy's going to miss the next 90 days of the show. Because we need to check her in.
Yeah, she's going to that clinic where they send rich celebrities who...
I have that...
Dr. Drew's waiting for you.
I'm ready.
You know, we do know Phil Verone, so, like, we have an in with Drew.
And remember, I want to fuck the hell out of Dr. Drew.
So I'm sure, like, we could do an exchange, you know, for her rehab. You're worth about $40,000-$50,000, I would think.
Wow.
Yesterday, we spent the afternoon having a photo shoot because we have a new crew, so we need new photos, and that was way fun. It was a good time. And then we all decided we were going to dress casual and go to the Red Label that night. Now, I left the PLP's house. Oh, and thank you very, very, very much to the PLP for letting us use her house yesterday. It was a blessing. Also to Coco and Lexi, Glam by Lexi and Coco-licious, for doing our hair and makeup. And so I just don't know what happened because I left there at about 8:30, went home, got ready for the club. Well, when I got to the club and found Toxy, I asked her, I said, when did you start drinking? You were not drunk when I left.
Hello.
She said she didn't start till she got to the label.
You must have been slamming them, because the last thing I said to you, I went into the restroom because, you know, I was drying my hair because I was getting it last night on the dance floor.
Getting it.
And, Kelly, is that you? Shut the fuck up. I'm like, okay, someone was in there with you, and I thought it was you.
No, I think it was your friend.
Right, it was a friend of mine.
Yeah, it was a friend of yours. Because she was worried. Your friend confided me, and she's like, because I had tried to talk to you right by the front where Juanita has her chairs right there, and then you were like swaying, and I'm like, she needs to get them wedges off for one thing, and then you swayed into me, and then, you know, our buddy Big Dave with the braids, he like caught us both. Yeah. And I sat you down. So then I went to the bathroom, and then your friend's like, have you seen her? I can't find her. I said, last I seen her, she was in that chair right there. But you weren't there no more.
I knew something was up because I played your song and you weren't on the dance floor.
Right. I got text.
Hear me?
I got text.
I can hear you.
Can
we hear?
Oh, that's probably your headset.
She's two. Are you good now?
Wait, no, that's you.
I'm 3.
Can you hear now?
Yes, perfect.
There you go.
Awesome.
Good job. So, yeah, I don't even know what were you drinking?
Well, here's the thing.
She always starts.
I always say that.
Here's the thing.
The thing is.
Oh, before we go on 1 minute, I don't want to leave anybody else. We're going to be talking to our guests in a little while, but also we have Miss Misty Mountains. And so just join in with all our drunk asses.
Actually, I was thinking about going out last night, and I
should've.
missed all of this excitement.
You did.
It would have been my last weekend night out in Vegas because I am moving.
Oh, we'll get to that in a minute.
Didn't we just get you to Vegas?
Yeah, she didn't. She hasn't been here that long.
It was a short trip. It's
swear
a
to
great
God.
place to visit.
Oh no, knowing these girls, they fly in and out of here. We'll see her again. She'll be around. Okay, so here's the thing.
I thought I was good.
I thought you were going to say I thought I was dead.
I didn't eat. We had the photo shoot. I did not eat at the photo shoot, and stupidly enough, I did not eat before we went to the club, and so I had my usual drinks. And
how many are usual?
I actually have no clue how many I
drank
had.
a bottle of Jaeger.
I probably drank about a bottle of Jaeger, which I can often do.
Wow.
As long as
However,
you have food in you.
I didn't have any food, and I often do wake up where I forget a lot, and then Kevin will be like, or Mr. Toxy will be like, do you remember doing this and this? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't until I was reminded.
Yeah, I got to tell you, watching you make out with people on the dance floor made me uncomfortable for Mr. Toxy.
Oh, my God, she
no.
spit with everybody.
I mean, you
yeah.
were like close to climbing in some dude's pants at some point.
All I know is she was with one guy and drunk ass, and I put their faces. I said, "Come on, give me a Hollywood kiss." I was egging it on, and I got a Hollywood kiss, but there was lots of Hollywood.
Do you
kisses.
remember begging me to bring the young dude on the show today?
No.
Oh, I have to talk about.
No,
I
but
have
let's
to
not
talk about that
we don't
young
need to
dude.
talk
No,
about
because
it.
I need to talk about his situation with me. You're talking about the young dude in the red jacket, right?
No. This is the tall, dark dude in the black shirt that just turned 21.
Oh, no. There was a different young dude.
Yeah, you gave me a rundown with him too. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, was there like
I don't
sizes
know.
involved?
No.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, I'm like, what young dude?
I just, all I know is I was trying to check on you, and you're like, fuck yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I apologize, but yes,
She can't be held responsible for what she does when she's intoxicated.
I've been sick all day.
Oh, wow.
And I got sick before I even left. And it was to the point where I have a friend who is a nurse friend, and my friend was kind enough to tap an IV to get fluids in me.
That's really
I'm
bad.
Still sick, yes. So I will take the number to Dr. Drew, and I will see you all in 90 days.
Kelly, my love.
I know. It's like, but here's the thing. I said to her, I said, did you learn anything? And she said that I can't drink anymore, but I probably will. I'll just eat.
Yeah, no, last night was bad. I even have to admit at that point.
Because I said to somebody, I'm like, oh my God, Kelly's really drunk. And they're like, Kelly's always drunk. I said, no, it's different tonight.
No, this is different. This was at some point. I went to Mr. Toxy. I said, I think it's time for you to do your collection duties. And he goes, is she on the floor yet? I said, the only reason she's not on the floor is because she's in a chair.
Well, I said to him, I said, you need to take her home. She won't go. Every time I try to get her out, she's like, no, I want to stay. I said, it's time. You're big. It's time to take action.
It's time to just pick her up, sling her over your shoulder, and holler the fuck out.
But there was this little young boy, you guys. This is a funny story. He comes up and sits next to me, okay? And I mean, like, he's like the age of my daughter, okay? And he's telling me, of course, how beautiful I am. You know, they always try to, say what they think you got to say. And so we're chit-chatting, and I didn't want to be stuck because this was early in the night. So I didn't want to be stuck with this guy all night, okay? So I said to him, I said, you know what? My friend's over there, and she came with me. I made up a big story. She came with me over there, so I don't want to leave her hanging. She's had a really hard day. And the PLP did have a hard day. It was emotional. But anyway, so I said, but catch me later, and we'll chit-chat. And he says, well, if you aren't going home with anybody, I'd like to go home with you later on.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I said, well, okay, we'll chat later.
Quite
but wait a minute. A little while later, I see him leaving with one of our other show friends, who's probably out there listening. And
wait, it wasn't me.
No, it wasn't
call her
anybody
Miss B.
in this room. Miss M.
Miss M. No, well, her last name's a B.
Oh,
Miss B.
You are Miss. You're right. Her last name. But she was like, and she's always happy to take him home. So
you know what? We had Ari Fresco joined us last night.
Yes.
And Miss B was hot dogging on on Area Fresco, just like wanting to dive on her muff like no one's business. And she walked away to go flirt with some other dudes, and Area Fresco leans over to me and she goes, "Is that girl a lesbian?" I said, "Not really."
But she was in a lesbian relationship with a female for like 8 years or something like that, for a long time.
Yeah, but what is actually happening is not that she's a full-on lesbo, because we know she's not. What's actually happening is that she went a really long time without sex, and then she got a pipe cleaner who really cleaned her pipes, and now she wants to fuck anything that moves. And that's just what's really happening with her.
It's going to happen to me.
Yes. She's sport fucking her way through the community.
What we're going to do for you, Glitz, we're going to make sure you have periodic pipe cleanings, so you just don't go insane, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to need Toxy to stay sober for that, because since she's in charge of that.
Oh, she's supposed. Yeah, can you imagine what you get if she's in that condition?
God, no.
Putting you on the
You'll get
dating
guys
site?
who, she actually went and got his ID, because I did not believe that he was 21. I actually thought he was older, but she showed me his ID. She does not remember any of this.
I don't remember any of this.
And this guy had just barely turned 21. I mean, like, if it had been a week earlier, he wouldn't have been in the club.
Oh, my God. That is funny.
So was he at least buying your drinks?
You know, my friends were buying my drinks.
Oh, I just got
Not
a message.
very good friends.
Great friends, thank you very much.
I just got a message from Mr. Toxy. I think he texted me because I'll blast it all out. But it says, the 21-year-old name is Mr. D.
Mr. D.
We don't need, you can...
Because she wants that date.
You know what? You know what else I want to say last night? We finally met Superman's wife.
We did finally meet Superman's
And I
wife.
think we ought to call her Lois Lane because that's just really appropriate. I was thinking about
You're
that on the way over.
sometimes.
Aren't I genius, man? That took
Lois
them all
Lane
day
is
to
Superman.
think about that.
I'm just noticing that Sierra still got the pigtails in.
I know, but look at they stayed in curls. Look at them.
What is up with this?
I know, they're beautiful.
Here,
But
shot to everybody.
anyway, Lois Lane is very charming, and Lois Lane does beautiful makeup, and she's
very beautiful.
and she's very fun, and she you know, I know before she got here, Superman was like, you know, I just want her to fit in. I want her to like the community. And you know what? Like, there was a group of us that went to breakfast after. She's going to have no problem fitting in, okay? She's part of the group already. So, Lois, we love you already.
And I met Superman officially last night.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really, I had an inkling, but I wasn't really sure.
Good. Yeah. So he texted me and said, we'll be listening. So
yeah, he's in chat right now.
Yeah. So I'm sure Lois is hanging around somewhere. So
unless he's got us like porn in a dark corner somewhere, alone by himself with the volume turned down and headphones on.
Well, I have to say, I did see. I mean, I do remember I saw him over to the side, and I wanted to go. Like in my brain, I said I'm going to go introduce myself to his wife. And then it never materialized. Like, it didn't go from my brain to my feet.
No, because...
to get me that far.
I think you only lasted sober about 45 minutes.
Girl, I can't believe how fast you got drunk.
Yeah, you were pretty drunk by the time Mr. Toxy got back with all your friends. I mean, you weren't, like, wasted, but you were, like, feeling it. And then at some point it was like... I blinked and you were falling all over the place making out with people. It was really that quick.
Can I make a suggestion?
I thought you were doing shots at the PLC
When you're
house.
drunk like that, your little wedge cute shoes make me very nervous.
They make me very nervous.
Can we please... Wait, I have a request that Mr. Toxy keeps a pair of flip-flops.
I have them in the car.
Okay, well, I know now to send him out when you're tipsy-topping. I know now to tell him to go get your flip-flops. Because seriously, that's what was making me nervous when you walk in, is that you were going to tipple-topple over your wedges. So, okay, now I know that Mr. Toxy keeps flip-flops in the car. So, we're good.
Yeah, we always have some out there.
We also know that we need some sort of dolly mechanism to haul her out with.
You know what? We'll just get one. I remember one of my friends, we went to the bar in California. We were staying at our hotel, and we got back to our hotel, and she was so drunk she couldn't go up the elevator. We got the bell cart and put her in the bell cart and took her all the way up to the roof. It was so funny.
Fat girl on a bell cart.
It was a fat girl. And then she'd be laying there, and then like a body part would fall off, and we'd have to stop and put her leg back on her arm.
Woo!
See, I don't drink.
It was the truth.
Did I make out with you?
I'm enough of an idiot without adding alcohol, so
you don't need to have it.
I don't drink, but I love watching all of you.
Disappointed?
I'm very disappointed.
And Toxy's one of my favorites.
You know, I had to drive, so I stayed sober last night. I had one drink at the start of the night, but it was pretty fun watching the rest of you get toasted
Well,
and wobble around.
even Sierra had fun last night.
I did. I danced quite well.
I was going to say, you were on the dance floor. Did you see my face? I was like...
Sierra can do some line dancing now.
No, she's got some freaking rhythm. Let me tell you, I was all do this. I was trying to get her to be all gangster on the dance floor. She's like, I got this.
So,
I do got some rhythm.
Superman, just to share, Superman said she's here with me.
Yay,
so,
we
hello,
love you, Lois Lane.
Sorry I didn't get to say hi. I had every intention.
I love that she's just this beautiful platinum Lois Lane.
Yeah, she is.
And Invictus said, keep a collapsible wheelchair nearby.
Oh, Toxy.
I have
You're one at
my
a bigger vehicle.
I have one at my disposal, but it's just way too narrow for your asses.
Take the sides off. Well, then she'd be tipping out.
Yeah, you can't take the sides out.
Do you play nurse with it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can you play nurse with it?
I can, but I prefer to play doctor.
Doctor,
it hurts right
up
here.
The way you responded.
You knew something
You were like,
going
she was
on.
like, no, but she had that like look.
All I know, it was like 10 after 2, and I'm like, who wants to go to breakfast? Because this fucking fat girl needs to eat, okay? I ate everything at the restaurant.
Where'd you guys go?
We went to Blueberry Hill.
Oh, I love that.
Did you go with Gina and all that?
No, we went with a different crew.
Okay.
We went with Ari Fresco and Coco and Superman and Lois and the bug guy and me. We went.
Oh, he was. I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, he showed up.
He came very late.
He came very late.
I did not even
In
know
fact,
that
I
the
think
bug guy
we
was
drug
there.
him out to breakfast after he was only there 10 minutes. We're like, we're going to breakfast.
Yeah,
you going?
he showed up
like,
right about the time you were being hauled out.
All right, I got to tell a funny story about the bug guy. You know, like we were indicted with bed bug info last week, little bugs in jars. So I go home and, you know, my grandkids eat in my bed. And I look down and there's this little brown thing. I'm like, oh my God, there's a bed bug in my bed. And I pick it up and it's a piece of chocolate. So,
well, at least it's chocolate.
For me. Oh, look at you. You seen any
Welcome
bed
to
bugs
my
yet,
world.
Bliss?
No, but look at I got these little things on my wrist last week after I held the jar or tube or whatever the hell it was of bed bugs. And of course, the first thing that ran through my mind was one got loose. And it fucking got me. Goddamn evil son of a bitches.
I do have a message from Mr. Toxy. Next club night, I will bring an appliance dolly with a strap.
No. That's cool.
What he
You
needs.
can kind of leave her there for a while.
No. What he needs is 2 Mexicans with those shoulder straps that
Oh
help
my
move
God,
the
that
PLP
was
out.
That was
yeah,
awesome.
while we were at our photo shoot, the PLP got a new sofa, okay? So these really 2 cute, handsome Hispanic men with really big muscles came in, and I never seen this strap they put around their bodies and lifted the sofa out. I would love to see Toxy on one of those. But I'm sitting there in my bra getting my makeup on, and they were blushing, I think, a little.
So let me tell you about Toxy yesterday real fast since we were talking about her and straps. At this photo shoot. So after we were done doing our group stuff, she wanted to take some private shots. So, you know, that's when she put on her cute little outfit and, you know,
very see-through.
Her and, you know, Earl were doing the thing in, you know, the bedroom with photos. And I go in there to watch. This girl, let me tell you, she had it. I was impressed with her. Do you remember me sitting in the chair going, holy shit?
Well, and this is the girl that said, I don't have a sexy face. You were sex-facing.
I know. Didn't you see me? Wait, I had to keep looking. You know how the mirror was there across from the bed? Didn't you see me keep going like this?
Okay, wait
like to try and get a normal face.
Even the one, like, they're fucking fierce. Like, my nipples got hard watching her. I was sitting there. I know. My nipples got hard a lot yesterday, actually.
When the makeup girl airbrushed you, you're sitting there going, my nipples are hard.
Wow, it doesn't take much, Hoglet.
Well, and Alexis, I'm sorry, I dry humped you while you were doing my makeup.
She did. Oh, wait. She totally did. There was air. Like, there was pumpage there. It's not that she just rubbed up against her. There was pumpage. She was on the chair.
And for the record, I knew her a whole,
what
like,
are you
15
doing?
minutes at this point.
What have we done to you?
But I mean,
oh my
and you
God.
were sober. I normally wait till I'm drunk to dry hump people, but you were sober.
I don't need to be drunk to do the naughty things. I just pretend I
We're learning this and learning. When we invited you to be on the show, we thought, oh, this might be our sweet innocent girl. You know,
Nope.
no, hell no. Hell no.
I'm so glad I'm not the kinky one anymore.
Well, I think it's kind of funny that I'm the innocent one in here tonight. I'm just
you sound like the innocent
Sierra's
one.
on the bed in the photo shoot next to me, and she's, she's looking good. I just looked over and I'm like, I just want to bedazzle you and fuck you right now.
She wants to vajazzle
Well,
me.
and Toxy had a situation where she didn't want to be sandwiched between me and Sierra because our boobs were bigger. So she didn't want to be photoed sandwiched between us.
Because we were, the thing is, we were in our bras.
Right.
And so,
yeah. Small titty girl.
like, yeah, like put us where it's not so obvious. When I'm in between the two of you, it's like you're pointing arrows to my lack of breastliness.
Yeah, but turn around and we all lose, even me.
Let me tell you the bright point on the for the shoot for me yesterday was when we were doing the one shot on the bed, and the bed's really soft.
Yes.
So we had our when we had our backs, and you all see the pictures, but like I felt like one of those seals on Shark Week that are like flopping around trying to get away from the shark.
On Shark Week.
And I was just trying not to get impaled by her. Like she had on these fuck me heels that
they
were
looked like
I wanted.
Oh, and those pictures you guys took together with the fuck me heels was hot.
Those were really hot.
And, but they were going to impale me. Like I just kept being drawn to them, like picturing them stabbing me through the heart.
Oh my God, it was fun. Yeah, this was Toxy and Glitz's first photo shoot. Sierra and I are like, yeah, can we just do this?
Get it over with. Put your ankles behind your heads, ladies.
Oh, but you know what? We have a good crew. They put up with us, our crew.
Yeah. Oh, what's your Superman just asked, what is the new age limit?
Age limit to what?
I'm assuming for Glitz.
On your
my
date?
assumption.
Yeah, I may go down to a mature 28,
but how far will you go on the old end?
Oh, on the old end, no more than 50.
Yeah, that makes sense.
28 to 50. All right.
That's very
reasonable. Something to work with.
I'm right there in the middle.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah.
We have to get it up.
Hey, there's some guys over 50 that can still get it up.
And you know what?
I'm gonna stop you right there and say I know a particular person over 50 who is just fine in bed.
You can just get it up.
And up and up and up.
Tell us about the sexcation.
Oh, the sexcation is a long story.
Are we going to save that for your catch-up?
Yeah, we'll save that for catch-up.
Good.
But it was definitely a sexcation.
All we know is we went on the sexcation with you. Not all of the parts, but we did travel a little with you on Facebook.
Yes, I did actually do some posting on Facebook, which I got some pats on the back. They're like, oh, that's so great. Now do that for the show. And I was like, that's so different, though, because the show requires lots of tit shots.
Not always.
So
not always. Just your pretty face.
Obviously not. Toxy and I are on the show.
I always say I'm like a pudgy 13-year-old boy. That is how I'm built.
But wait a minute. I know what we need to talk about. Both of our new hosts have had show recognitions already. They're like embracing their famousness.
Yeah.
They both did.
It is a little weird when someone comes up out of the blue and goes, hey, aren't you Sierra from that radio show?
Yeah, Glitz was a little, because hers was at work.
Yeah. But the one thing you got to remember is when people come up to work and whisper that to you, they're not going to go telling everyone else they know.
You know what? It's kind of like we're people's guilty obsession. Because
Toxy
came up to me last night and she's like, you know what? I had a couple people come and say, oh, I didn't know you were Toxy. And I said, there's a lot of people in this community who listen to us. They don't talk about listening to us, but they are listening and they are downloaded. Otherwise, we wouldn't be people walking up to us in town asking us about that. So I think we're a guilty pleasure. They don't even want to admit to us.
That's fine.
Oh, I'm good with that. But,
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, just go in a closet and listen to us and check off.
Oh, I have good reasons to put people in closets.
Oh, I need to know these stories.
Yeah, so go ahead, Glitz.
Okay, so we had a consultant come in for my work and was giving a presentation on training. And, the whole time he's giving this presentation, I'm just getting a weird vibe from him. Like, he's looking over and, I'm like, I don't know, this is kind of creepy. And, older, I would say middle-aged, not older, middle-aged Asian guy. And my coworker's sitting next to me, and he's also the office assistant. And I'm like, are you seeing this? And he's very in tune because, you know, he's family. He's like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of creepy. I'm not sure if it's you or me. And I'm like, all right. So we go on a break, and I'm standing out in the hall and listening to a message, and he walks up to me. He's like, I have to ask you a question, and I don't mean to offend. And I'm like, automatically I go into defense mode. What do you want? You know, like, you know, the bitch comes out. And then he gets really close and he whispers, are you glitz? And like, I didn't know, like, I froze. I'll be honest with you, I froze at first because I'm at work and, you know, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And he's like still whispering, which at this point coworkers are walking back from break, and it's more obvious that he's standing there whispering something to me. Than
Did you say like, I keep that separate from this life?
I was like, yeah, but you know that's gonna, you know, that's outside, and you know we're gonna. Oh no, that's fine. I just had to ask.
That is
well, he also had gone into like, you know, I'm on the. I'm not in it. That sounds bad. Let's not go there. Anyway, involved and other things, and so pictures. I'm very social, so pictures come up on other, you know, BBW social websites. So, you know.
I think that's great though, because she's only been on the show what, a month and a half or so. Yeah,
not bad at all.
So I like that.
Mom, no, I don't do porn. She's
No.
like,
Does your mom know?
Now,
wait a minute. You know, my mother lives in Michigan and has no idea I do this show. My mother doesn't know I did porn. None of it. Does your mom know?
Yes,
that you're
my
on the
mother
show?
knows that I'm on the show. She knows the nature of the show. Yes. Okay, my stepfather has no fucking clue, and we'll leave it that way. Actually, you talked to my mother one time. I brought her.
Remember. I'm just going to say I met your mother at the club one night. I remember.
And she was she was going to come talk to you guys on the air about how as a young girl she never hid sex from me and was very open and you know.
You know what?
Thanks, Mom.
No, well, seriously,
look what you've done.
When she comes to town, bring her on. We love to talk about mothers about stuff like that. And
like she me and my mom, you know.
I remember meeting her, at the club that night. Absolutely.
She's the ladies from the radio show? Yeah. You know, she thinks she wanted to have me on. She wanted to talk to you. Okay. Well, Mom wants to talk to you.
Glad you could take that night off.
Oh, God, trouble. I brought her to, when we were doing karaoke, she came out one night.
Right? I remember that. Yep, I do remember.
When she was in town. You and my mom will get along good because my mom don't drink anymore, but when she does, whew.
Well, because she know how to start an IV.
Well, after rehab,
after rehab,
we need more RNs in this
If my mom comes to town, we have to get Phil Varone back in the studio.
I know. Wasn't that great? I have a crush on him myself. So at the end of the month, the end of March, we're going to have Tyra on, our tranny friend, who actually got us Phil. She's a good friend of Phil's and got us on the show. Got Phil on the show. So I'm sure we can ask her to bring him back.
Yay.
Lois, just to share, Lois said, Lois here just wanted to say you gals look beautiful tonight. I am enjoying the show a lot.
Yay.
Yay. I would love to get Superman and Lois on one night.
That would be cool.
We are going to have Superman and Lois on because they've become such a regular part of the family that we just need to bring them on.
We've interviewed everyone else.
Hey, we just need to bring them on and tear their asses up.
I'm sure they'll enjoy that.
I will make out with Lois.
Oh! Lois, did you hear that? Might have a little girl crush going on over here.
But you guys always make me make out.
You know what? You know what I think? We make you make out. No.
We make you. She's what? Nobody said you had.
Like we make her make out with women, and she's the one. I'll
the after break.
I do girl on my website. You want to take a walk on the wild side?
Lord have mercy. What have we done to you two?
I don't know. That's
it's
all right.
She said it's on like Donkey Kong.
Word. That's my shirt said last night.
Word. I just want to be around when they're making out. Touch my nipples a little.
Touch your nipples.
The time for break, boss lady.
Oh, we got 30 seconds.
Okay, I just like, I look and, you know.
Oh,
I'm such a fucking control fucking freak.
Yeah, and that clock, not correct.
Well,
this clock is correct.
Well, fix that
is
clock.
That slow?
I can't fix that clock because it's a battery clock. It's never going to be right.
Well, I don't like even have it because it makes me that I'm not always just running in here. Everyone who knows me knows I'm never fucking on time for anything. So
yeah, I've heard of it referred to as
Tammy time.
Yeah.
They call mine KST.
I want to know who
for
told you that,
my
Sierra.
standard time.
And you know what?
I got
always,
stories of my own.
99% of the time, I'm early. Sierra will need a ride to work, and she'll say, be there at 7:10. I get there at 10 to 7.
All right, everybody. It is time for break. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we are going to talk to...
David's calling at 7:30?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, on the
We're
phone?
going to talk to somebody.
We'll talk to somebody.
This is Alexia from the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City radio show. Join myself and the ladies every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern for real talk about real stories with real people. That's Sunday